Hi, my name is Olga Demokos, and I'm here to speak about the Class 6 math program with Lotus and Ivy. It's an exciting year in math when you're in 6th grade. You already know quite a bit. You can do a lot of things with numbers. You can add, multiply, you can convert fractions, reduce them. But in 6th grade, we bring in a whole new level. We introduced percents, which is another way of writing a fraction, and that's a new idea for students. It's something they probably heard about as their parents may go to a restaurant and calculate a tip, or they may have heard of taxes or something like that that involves percents, or how something increased or decreased by a certain percent. And here this year, we make sense of this whole idea. We practice with fractions. We rely on a lot of things they already learned in the past. We reduce them, we convert them, we convert mixed numbers into improper fractions and back, and decimal numbers and into percents, and then we do all kinds of operations with them. In division, we enter into the realm of repeating decimals, which is a fun idea for students. It's a whole like this expansion of, oh, how can something never end? How can a number have so many digits that you can just go on writing them forever? And is there a way to identify those numbers? We learn about divisibility rules through discoveries. There's all kinds of games for the children to play to find out if a number is divisible by a certain number. Then in geometry, we estimate angles, and we teach how to use a protractor, and then we do all kinds of calculations with those angles. Also, there's an introduction to perimeter and area of triangles and rectangles. Prime factorization, measurements, lots and lots of fun topics. Many of them are already somewhat familiar to them, but in 6th grade, there's always something new to add. In our classes, all the classes are live. We work sometimes as a group. There's a lot of discussion that happens in class. I often will ask the students, well, then how would you do this? Is there another way to solve the same problem? And then we start to realize that in math, there's many different ways to get the same answer, but there's some ways that are easier, or they are more elegant, as we would say, and we look for those ways of solving math problems. Sometimes we'll break out into breakout rooms on Zoom, and they'll get to work in little groups, trying to maybe work through a discovery or maybe a harder, more challenging problem where it's helpful to talk through something with another person. We also create summaries, which in Waldorf schools we call the main lesson pages. And these are pages that the children decorate, and they summarize all the new ideas that we learned together. So it becomes a reference for them that they can go back to another day, a few weeks from now, even the following years. A lot of the Waldorf students treasure these books because they have good memories attached to them, and they're great reference for them in the future. Well, thank you. And I hope that this summary of the 6th grade math year was helpful, and I hope to see you in one of our classes.